achieve it. But I'm thinking about bigger, I'm greedy. Had a cut up the that's needy, and I picked out some people would treat me. That can beat me, and your shorty still got roll on repeat. I'm high key, drip too old. Got the keys from Sig, young, running hay, trying to make it out so we pray. If whether I'ma make it put that on my cousin. Big baller, straight drumming. Who better than me? Stop it. She'll be back when she see that I'm popping. I've been calling and grinding and plotting. Know that I'm gonna be up high key. Drip to OP. Hurt. With the block in the league. Got the keys from Sig. Young, running hay. Trying to make it out so we pray. Case close. All that I do is just lay low. And shout out to that ain't broke. Because you know what I came for. Don't be the best. Case close. Shout out to shorties that done me. You missed out on bank rolls.
I might slip away if I don't feel nothing.
All right, game one of the Chris Webber Invitational coming up. It's C. Manning.
A nighttime activity on Ocean Drive here in Miami. As seen from the air, plenty going on down there. Good evening, and got to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months. The scope of that for Butler. I feel like he has it. And with tip-off coming up, we've got just
Rockets coach Mike D'Antoni.
whatever works, David. Thanks. I like this tonight, Smitty. We have veteran leadership on both teams. When you were a rookie in the NBA, who was your mentor?
You know, Kevin, this is going to surprise you because everybody looks at guys kind of on the court. My mentor was Manu Bol. I played nothing like Manu Bol, but I would tell you, Kevin, he was my mentor. He would grab me by the ear and twist it and tell me what I needed to do as far as a leadership standpoint.
I never would have guessed him, Smitty. Never.
Kevin, I walked in with some shorts and a polo shirt in Miami. He grabbed my ear and said, "That's not professional. Better wear a suit." I'm like, Manu, it's 90 degrees. I had to wear a suit every day.
Here's the starting group for Houston. We've got Derrick Rose. Adams is out there with Kevin Love. Then there's Bird. And it's Thibault in at the shooting guard position. And for Miami, Damian Lillard out there with Davis. It's Andre Kirilenko. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Eaton in at center. Here's Rose. Lays it up off the glass. Rose has got the first points up on the board here for Houston.
Derrick Rose inside is a treat to watch because watch how high he gets off the floor.
The pass to Butler. Lillard against Rose. From about 19 feet. Jump shot is good.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Shoots, kicked his pocket. Here we go, one-on-one. It's rebounded by Houston. Last time they met in Houston.
Yeah, really ratcheted up the pressure in their last matchup, getting steals and just creating havoc defensively.
Their D was just phenomenal in the last game. We'll see if they bring that same intensity again.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
You know, this is one of his specialties, keeping plays alive, creating second chance opportunities.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong. And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
It makes sense, right? You're trying to get off to a fast start, and he can help with that.
It's stolen by Adams. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Rose surveying the D. Adams controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Davis, the pass to Butler. Rose against Lillard. Inside, and Adams sends it back. Here's Tribal to the paint. Here's Love, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
The defender out of position. Love smartly taking advantage.
This is his first trip to the line tonight. First one calls for. And with the summer signing of Jimmy Butler, the Miami Heat demonstrating they still can lure star talent to South Beach.
The Heat back on the rise. The Butler signing sets the stage for the summer of 2021 when they should have the cap space to sign another max player.
And the Heat going with a whole new group on the floor.
Well, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
Pass to Arenas, and stolen by Murray. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Pass to Mutombo. Goes up the baseline, and that one is good.
Defensive breakdown. Murray attracts attention as a scorer, which opens up everything else.
The Heat trail by 8. Arenas with it. Robinson picks him up. Arenas passes to Bamba. It's stolen by Mutombo. And now here comes Robinson leading the break. Nice shot by Hamilton.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up a little more sense of urgency.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
And coach can't like what he's seeing, trying to get them refocused.
It's much more aggressive.
Houston making a switch. Wagner's checked in. McCollum against Robinson. Now here's McCollum. Guarded close. Feeds it to Bamba. And it's sent back by Mutombo.
And the ferocity on display defensively here from Mutombo. Just an incredible shot block.
Murray, the pass to Wagner. Pass to Hamilton. 6 on the shot clock. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. McCollum kicks it over to Arenas. 15 seconds left in the first quarter. And here's McCollum for 3. And he's good on the 3-ball.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range. Offensively, that's how you want to end the possession, except for the result.
And so it's the Houston Rockets. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They're playing a cruising game inside, and it's working for them. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a
lot of responsibility when things go bad.
Right on the money as always. Lillard has excelled in that leadership role.
I mean, he plays with so much confidence and composure, but also it's the way he includes his teammates and gets to know them as individuals that makes him a franchise player.
And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast as the second quarter getting going right now. And guys, we've seen the Rockets really take control here.
I love their effort, contesting shots, trying to intimidate here early on.
And you can see it's already having an impact. It can cause shooters to think twice.
They've got Bamba. Jonathan Isaac is out there with Myers Leonard. Then there's McCollum. And it's Arenas in at the point guard position. So that's who Miami starts the second with.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Well, you talk about physical gifts for the game. Obama, a 7-footer with the longest wingspan, 7'9½", and that gives him a huge sphere of influence.
Arenas against Murray. Hamilton outside. Shoots over Isaac. Here's Mutombo. And it's sent back by Isaac.
Oh, how about the read from the young fellow? Isaac is dependable at anticipating when to go for the block.
Bird, he's checked in for the Rockets. Rose comes in for DeJounte Murray. The 17-footer. The Rockets again can't hit. You look at Bamba able to touch the rim while still on the ground. And he gets off the ground pretty well, too.
A good athlete, still getting stronger and developing his feel for the game. But he has something being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They came in focused and they executed.
Arenas passes to Isaac. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Isaac's got his first bucket of the night.
Yeah, such quick thinking from the crafty forward. I love seeing Isaac cut like that after delivering the screen.
Houston moving it around. Arenas against Rose. Here's Hamilton. Off target from three-point range.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
Hangs in the air. It's good. And the Rocket lead is cut to just 9 on the basket from Eaton.
And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Here's Rose. Kicks it to Mutombo. Opening day, Steve, for some teams, it's a fresh start, and for others, it's the first step towards settling unfinished business, taking care of what they didn't do the previous season.
Yeah, you're right, Kevin. I think those teams that came very close to maybe winning a championship or being there, those are the guys that are hungry. Those are the organization. They are chomping at the bit to start the season.
A different look for Miami. Butler, he's checked in for Isaac. Davis comes in for C.J. McCollum. And Lillard subbed in for Gilbert Arenas. The Rockets also changing it up. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Mutombo. And it's Kevin Love in for Mo Wagner. It's Kirilenko on the wing. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
And let's take a quick look now at some stats for Love. Coming off a terrific season. He averaged about 17 points a game last year, 11 rebounds, and 2 assists. And no secret, he can score the ball. #1 on the team last year.
He loves being the go-to guy. You can see it in his swagger. And boy, he sure lit it up last season.
Offensive rebound. Another shot. Out to the right wing. On its way from Rose for 2. And Love with his second chance points. Love's got the lead up to 14 now for Houston.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Lillard way outside. It's hauled in by Adams. And Adams has got the ball here for the Houston Rockets. 14 points, their largest lead in the game. Butler against Hamilton. Here's Love. It's hauled in by the Heat. Eaton's got his 4th rebound in this one. Butler on the way. Back to Lillard. It's Davis on the wing. And the foul on Rose. That's his first foul. And Miami making a change here. Bamba's checked in. There's 31 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Back to Butler. Just 5 on the clock. Miami no good on that time either. Rockets leading by 14. outside Rose. And the pass to Love. And that's going to do it. Some good defense down the stretch to end the quarter. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Houston on top, leading by...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Houston came ready to play. Their exceptional focus and all-around execution immediately triggered a 15-4 run. And... there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You gotta like what Rip has done this game.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
And on the floor for Mike D'Antoni starting the second half. Bird is out there with Kevin Love. Then there's Derrick Rose. And then there's Steven Adams. And it's Tribal in at the 2.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Pass to Rose. Takes a 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Rose has got 7.
Derrick Rose, when he's in the outside shot, creates even more space for him to operate.
Davis surveying the 4. Stolen by Bird. Over Davis. From 16 feet away, he cans it. Bird's got his second bucket of the night.
And yeah, he's not messing around. He wants no part of a comeback in this one.
Reason why momentum can flip so quickly. We see it time and time again. Teams giving up big leads.
Here's Davis. He doesn't hit that one. And the Rockets take it the other way. Rose goes in, and the dunk by Rose.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
Left side, Davis. Shot to stop the run. The shot's good. Davis has got his first bucket in this one.
You know, I have to say, that's about as smooth as you can do it. Fantastic turnaround.
Lillard against Rose. To the inside. Here's Bird. And that one, good. 6 points for him.
They are on fire right now. That's 4 straight makes.
Lillard against Rose. Lillard, the pass to Butler. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, they say players are made in the summertime. And that's Jimmy Butler's favorite time of year. He calls it grimy season. Gets out in the country and puts in that work.
And Greg, those summertime workouts for Butler, they are something.
I mean, they sure are. He calls them bandanas and buckets. Grows his hair out, 2-a-days, hot yoga, intentionally isolated from the hustle and bustle of the big city. It gives him an excuse to really just lock in.
Arenas kicks to McCollum. Stolen by Robinson. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half. Now above 50% for the game.
Ahmed Bamba, he's checked in for Jimmy Butler. And the Rockets making a change here as well. Murray's checked in. McCollum feeling it out a bit. To the middle, here's Isaac. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Good, Isaac. He just makes dunking look easy. It has an incredible reach and quickly gets up off the floor to throw that one down.
Pass to Love. Outside Robinson. Three-pointer. With the putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
It's good. McCollum's got 5 points so far.
A natural score. Give McCollum any room to get his shot off, and he's going to let it fly.
Leonard against Hamilton. Miami grabs the miss.
Missing that one helps out all the analytical guys from the mid-range.
Good on the triple.
Defensively, you have to tighten up on him or suffer the consequences.
Left side, Love. Back to Murray. Love finds Murray. And DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Davis is checked in for the Heat. And the Rockets making a change here as well. Wagner's checked in. Arenas passes to McCollum. A three-pointer off the mark. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Rockets. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Gilbert Arenas. That'll be his second foul of the game. .30 seconds left in the third. Passes it to Hamilton. 5 to shoot. Over McCollum. The Rockets with another miss. The Heat trail by 20. It's McCollum on the wing. That's in there. Davis with the assist. That's 10 points for C.J. McCollum.
He's doing what he can do to pull them closer, but it's not enough. He needs more help.
From deep three-point range, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Rockets lead by 18. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway.
Way to fight, guys. Way to fight. That's all.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Houston leading by 18. Andre Kirilenko is out there with Davis. Then it's Gilbert Arenas. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Eaton into the center position. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Really, every team has its leaders, either official or unofficial. What's expected, in your opinion, out of a team captain?
Well, I think leadership. I mean, also have the same, I guess, voice of the coaching staff and organization, and also the voice of winning. I think if you have a leader that can do that, sometimes that leader's vocal, sometimes that leader leads by example, but you usually know who that is.
And it's Adams on the follow.
Challenging the defense at the rim, something he does very well. Excellent tip-in.
Lillard against Murray. Lillard, the pass to Kirilenko. And Wagner pulls it down. Wagner's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Hamilton. Eaton grabs the miss. Eaton's got his 5th rebound in this one.
His shot's just, it's not there right now with his team leading. Perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
That's good planning, and that's good execution. And that's a great look.
And Miami making a change here. Butler's checked in. And players now, Steve, more able to dictate where they want to play. How has free agency changed since you came into the NBA?
I think the signing of shorter contracts, Kevin, guys with player options. But I think also for a lot of players, they are not taking as much money, leaving money on the table because the endorsement deals off the court is making up for some of their money on the court.
The pass to Bird. From 18 feet away, it's hauled in by the Heat. Eaton's got 6 rebounds in the game. Loads it up for Davis. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's Bird. Second shot opportunity. He takes it up and lays it in. And the Rockets lead by 21.
Playing at his tempo, his pace. He's been dialed in all night.
Arenas passes to Kirilenko. Shoots from 14. No good off the back of the rim.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
Pass to Bird. And it's blocked.
And having Eden protecting the rim, that's about the same as building a brick wall around the basket. Just nothing gets over him. What an intimidator down low.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Back to Rose. Love at the elbow. Lock at 6. Over Kirilenko. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. 8 points for Love.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
Outside Kirilenko. Back to Arenas. Puts up a 3. Buries it from 3-point range. Arenas has got 6 here in this quarter.
And you have to honor the three-point shooting of Arenas, a big-time scorer who's shown the consistency from beyond.
Bird outside. And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Rockets.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And they put themselves into the driver's seat in regards to the season series with this team. Tonight's win will give them a 2-1 edge with only 1 left to play.
56 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Thibault. But he recovers it.
Yeah, they've sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
And when you're on the road, you can't be tentative coming into a game like this. I thought their aggressive approach was the difference.
Here's McCollum. Nice follow through on the fadeaway.
Buckets, but he should have just gone straight up with it instead of trying to fade away.
Here's Baldwin. Pass to Wagner. Passes it to Murray. Here's Wagner. Houston moving the ball around. Here's Baldwin. And it's sent back by Isaac. And there's the shot clock violation. Didn't get the shot off in time. And here's McCollum. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. See you later.